Hello and welcome, Randomizer fans, here to Speed Gaming 2 for another Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament match here in the round of 32 between Asazas and Cheamo. My name is Tyler Salt. I'm joined in the booth by Airshap. Airshap, how are you, my friend?
So good. So good. Excited for man, it's round two. The competition just is heating up. It's great.
Absolutely. We've got a single elimination tournament going on. Best 2 out of 3 matches. This is game 1 between Asazas and Cheamo. Here, it's hard standard all the way through the tournament. If you don't know, even if you do, it is that. And our runners will be underway momentarily here, starting their escape sequence.
Yeah, should just be just a few seconds here before we kick off, and our uncle, with whom we share a house and bed, will rush off to save the princess. We'll see if he's successful this time.
We're very close.
I've seen nothing but bows this tournament, so that's what I expect.
A lot of bows. A lot of bows. Give me a Cain and Berna today. That's what I want to see.
Oh, you're a masochist. All right, off we go. Of course, Sonic naturally faster than Link, right? So this should be an easy race.
Yeah, Cheamo's got it in the bag. This lead is unlosable. Insurmountable. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna sync up here, hop down the hole. I believe that was 3 crystals with a red crystal at Eastern, I think.
Ooh, a fire rod.
Nice. Fire rod hurts real good, burns real good. So they should have no problem getting through escape quick. They do have to pay a little bit of attention to their magic usage, but yeah, it's not like the Blue Cane or something where it feels like a struggle to get through.
Yeah, it does make bomb farming a little bit tricky, a little bit yikes. Here sometimes if you end up having to kill, say, the ropes. Well, I guess if you're trying to kill guards, you got to make sure that you've got enough magic there for the key rat. Luckily, in the back, you've got the room with all the ropes, and the first water room has a whole bunch of mice that you can kill all in one fire rod shot to kind of farm up in those reward packs. Hopefully, we won't need to deal with that today.
Yep, might see, that splash damage made use of here in Escape, as well as elsewhere in the seed. You'll see it for some tricks in Mire. You might see it in GT too. The fire rod splash is big, and the shape of it is confusing, but it's very useful.
Honestly, same.
So both of these runners have, as we find our map, had a lot of success in this tournament so far. I know Asazas, I called one of his matches against Andy that came down to a Ganon fall, but managed to squeak through that in the last round 2-0 against Andy, and Cheamo beat Fliphill 2-0 as well. So one of these 2 runners will see their first bracket stage loss here today.
Fliphill and Andy, obviously no slouches, and so GG's to these 2 for their opening round wins. That is only one of several that they're going to need to take the tournament here, as we rescue Zelda and pick up 10 arrows out of her chest. No bombs yet, but we do have that key. We do have the map, so everything left we know is an item, including those 3 chests in the back of Escape.
Yep, nothing but excitement from here on out. Boring part is behind us.
Hooray!
I don't know that I've even seen a drop off a guard, unless I missed it.
No, I didn't see one either. The 2 that we're looking for, obviously, if you get a bomb drop first, great. The 2 that we're looking for other prizes, or the other prize packs that have bombs in them, is if the first drop is a small magic, that will give us a bomb eventually. And if the first drop is a heart and the second drop is a berry, that will get us the 8-bomb drop eventually. So,
Yep.
but yeah, no drops off the guard so far.
Yeah, unfortunate luck. Yeah, you obviously in these rooms where you're given the luxury of hitting them with a pot, that's usually where you want to do your early farming or at least information gathering. And yeah, we've just seen very little.
Chat saying that they did see potentially a heart drop from one of the guards. We shall see what the next rope drop is. I would imagine that we're going to see one, maybe 2 fire rod shots here. So we see cheamo picking up some extra magic there. And looks like the mice are going to give us the rupee pack. So those are no good. Asazas is not worrying about farming, is just going straight to the back, picks up a glove and Dark Cross.
Yeah, at this point, after finding the glove, you're barely worried about finding that bomb at this point. You know you're going to be able to get back pretty easy by lifting up that rock and hopping down the hole. So that's a really nice find at this point, especially with it looking like we're not going to find bombs.
We are not going to find bombs here unless they're in the sanctuary chest, which is always rude.
Yeah.
But the glove is nice, as we saw Azazas take one shot at the mice here. A glove is nice to get in escape, but we have nothing that's pushing us in any particular direction. I would expect both of our runners are going to head right into Kakariko. They could zig when trying to catch a zig when the other is Ags, but we shall see.
There's been a lot of zigging this tournament. It's been really cool to get some routing inspiration as someone who just goes to Kakariko every single time.
Always fun. Always fun when somebody decides to do something weird and different. You like to see it. There was just a big 20 in the sanctuary chest. Both of our runners out sub 6 minutes. Really good.
Yeah, that's your par time. If you can break 6 minutes, you feel really good. If you're near 6 minutes, you feel good. If you're me and you get 7 minutes, you don't feel so good. But hey, there's a whole bunch of bombs. That's usually what happens when you don't find any, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe I saw 3 crystals in the light world and a 5-6 crystal at Eastern Palace. Shout outs to Yoinker's wife, our tracker, hitting the buttons in the background and keeping track of everything. And that was a piece of heart up on the lumberjack ledge.
Yep, so we may see Ega yet, just won't be for access to that piece of heart. Yeah, we have our bombs already. Wouldn't be surprised to see one of our runners prioritize getting the back of escape sooner rather than later, but Lost Woods first, and that half magic is really nice to find with us relying on the fire rod.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Really nice to find there in the Lost Woods as Azazas drops down into the Forest Thief's hideout and gives us a piece of heart. And on we go into Kakariko. Looks like cheamo doing a couple more kills, maybe setting up for trying to get the next tier tree pole here after getting the bombs. See if they're rewarded with 80 rupees.
Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but it's a nice little heads up play. We're still a little short on money for the bottle vendor here, so.
Ooh, and cheamo saving and quitting. Gonna go down to Link's house, I assume. Oh, no, this is a back of escape right away. That's interesting.
Yeah, might find that money. Heck, you might find a flute or a bottle that'll make your first trip into Kakariko better. So, interesting call. Ooh, looks like Blind's house basement is pretty stacked. We got a lamp, got a bunch of money. Money's obviously very helpful at this point in the game.
All right, moment of truth here. cheamo looking for something. Got some bombs, got some more bombs, and 20 bucks. That's a bust.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's going to Link's house, though, so he's going to continue putting off Kakariko.
A unique item is in the Kakariko well.
Gets me every time. It's the funniest item in the game, that single arrow.
Here's the first of our green 20s. You'll see some of those in hard mode here. That one represents one of the 2 male upgrades in the game, which our runners are not allowed to get. The 4th sword that they would collect will also be a green 20, as will the 2nd bow that they collect. And then also they're capped at 14 hearts of health. No mirror shield, I believe, either. There is our flute in Kakariko, in the chicken hut.
Yeah, so the play was in fact Kakariko this time. So says this is going to be able to activate that, get around much more quickly. So hopefully Cheamo chooses to do the same after this mini Moldarm Cave dip.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the things you're looking for. If you're going to try to put off Kakariko, you're really hoping to find the flute to kind of limit down the number of trips that you have to make back there, and Cheamo's going to be missing out on that, and missing out on going to have to take a little bit more time to do these South Shore checks than asazas will be able to with that flute activated.
There's a book in Kakariko as well, so not super surprising with all of our dungeons being crystals here in the light world. I would expect to see us dinking around in dungeons a little bit before we get into our dark world access, but yeah, looks like Cheamo is going to head over to Ice Rock Cave. That was a medallion in the library. I didn't catch which one. Doesn't really.
It was Quake in the library.
Okay.
We shall see. I love to chase the early book, especially with flute over to desert. We'll see if asazas flutes to 6. No, making me look a little silly there. I'm really hoping that, but yeah.
I mean, we have the desert starter pack here. I mean, we have Fire Rod to get access to Landmo and kill Landmo pretty quickly, as well as that glove, which is necessary, and now the book. So wouldn't be surprised to see an early dip.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 chance that it's full clearable there, depending on whether it is boots locked or not.
Nah, that never happens, right?
No, of course not. Only when desert is a pendant.
Yep. Alright, Cheamo is working his way over to Kakariko now, so he's going to pick up that flute. Thankfully, is making this play before taking the long walk over to desert or heading over to Eastern or something, so not going to lose a ton of time finding the flute a little late.
No, and won't need to, it's a small thing, but won't need to backtrack in Kakariko since it's at Chicken House. He'll be able to go up and activate it on his way up to do the checks on the side of town as well.
Hey, precious seconds have been the difference in a lot of these tournament races. Yeah.
Now that's interesting. Asazas saving and quitting out of Mini Moldarm Cave wants nothing to do with Ice Rod Cave here. Is gonna do the back of Escape here first, it looks like.
Yeah, with the flute, it takes about the same amount of time to just, well, you're probably just going to fly there anyway, even if you're walking out of Mini Moldarm Cave, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you'll see that pretty often when you have the flute, just put it off. Alright, so I was just going to find all that garbage in the back of Escape here, and see what's next.
I think Desert ought to be next. You've got, there's, like I said, 50-50 chance that you can full clear it, and you've got the potential for 4 items in that area. 2 in the dungeon itself, 1 from Gina, and 1 on the ledge.
Right. Yeah, you called it. Yeah, this is definitely the most conventional play. Obviously, you're holding off for a bow if you head over to Eastern, and if you go up the mountain, you want the hook shot or a mirror or something. So, so this makes a lot of sense.
You also want, if you're going to head up the mountain, hopefully a way to kill Moldorm, which we certainly don't have yet.
Yeah, that is important. It is a crystal. All right, we'll see if this book meant something or if it was a red herring.
just fire rod that guy? I don't know. Whatever. Fine.
Is conserving magic? I don't know.
I guess. I mean, I guess. Yeah. That's your fire rod is the only item that you're gonna. The only thing that you have other than bombs. You've got bombs, you've got Cane of Burna, but your fire rod's gonna be your best weapon against Landmo here if you're able to get there. No key, so we got the small key there. So and there's our big key. So Desert is not boots locked today.
Yep, not boots lock, but there could be an item on that torch, so I'm sure we will still get eyes on it in just a moment.
2/3 chance here with the map and the compass already coming up.
Yeah, it's not going to be our boots, but it could be just about anything else. And it's always... you get excited when there's something on that torch, because that's a mirror, yeah.
Oh boy, need that, probably.
Yeah, you really
maybe
do.
not, maybe not.
Yeah, TBD, we haven't seen our Dark World crystals just yet. But yeah, so you see that and you're like, oh, cool, I'm gonna get the boot soon, right?
And then you get into the Dark World and Swamp is a pendant, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, next thing you know, you're looking for your boots for your go mode, and it's an hour later, and we'll see. We'll see when we come back for that.
Oh, there's our hook shot from the old man.
Man, what a trolly spot for that. So good call on Cheamo's part. Gonna be able to clear out a lot of this mountain. Still don't have access to Hera itself, but there's a lot of checks up here. It's a cape in Spec Rock.
Yeah, intensifies a little bit. Still no hammer or moon pearl.
Yep, and no swords either. So we're still a little ways from having to worry about Aga. Just a little bit.
So one sword and the cape puts Aga in logic, but you do need one to cut the curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, I always consider the hookshot to be an indicator that it is an Aga seed, though, since that hookshot does give you access to so much Dark World. So we see a Landmo fight over on Sazas' side.
It's gonna be close. Oh, the double hit.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh, mitts! That's
All right.
gonna be really good for Asazas, because now he's gonna he'll at least be. At this point, you know, we assume. Chances are that the moon pearl is up here. I would say it's either here or in Eastern. At this point, I suppose it could be on Zora. That'd be pretty rude, or Nagina. But like, you know, at whatever rate, that is the possibility that Azazas will be able to gain a mountain climb on cheamo.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, with that moon pearl, we'll be able to deal with Dark Death Mountain. And yeah, unless the moon pearl is on Pyramid Ledge, or if we find the boots and are able to get that mirror, I guess the moon pearl could be in could be in Checkerboard or something weird.
But there it is in Paradox.
There it is. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big find for Azaza. Sometimes the order in which you find these things is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the conventional routing so far really paying off. Just going to Kakariko first and following that really obvious desert progression over to desert is paying off.
Question about a particularly rude logic chain. I believe that would be possible as long as neither Mire nor Turtle Rock as long as Mire and Turtle Rock and Swamp Palace are all pendants, that would work. But that's pretty unlikely, I would say.
Hand it to chat for thinking an hour from now what kind of nightmarish scenarios that we're going to be confronted with
Classic.
potentially.
Classic chat.
All right, so asazas is going to be following in Cheamo's footsteps here a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be able to dip into Dark Death Mountain in just a few moments, so we'll get some new checks there. But cheamo is out of things to do now here in the mountain.
Hopefully, for Keanu's sake, ends up heading to the desert, and yeah, that is the play here. Makes a lot of sense to do that before going over into the eastern area.
Yep, don't fault the mountain play though. So often an early flute points at important progression up there. In this case, it did with the hook shot. It's just going to desert first was a little bit better.
Yep. That was a nice clean bomb jump there for Zaza. That's going to have to avoid some cabbages and dead rocks over here. Puts on the magic cape. I love it.
Those are the little details you just don't think too much about. You're like, yeah, the cape. I used that in Spike Cave and, maybe on bosses or something. But yeah, that was really clever.
One of the things that is why quick swap is so great is now we have all of these places where quick swapping to an invincibility item is a valid strat when it wouldn't have been if you needed to take the time to do a menu. So, especially with the boots, places like TR and Eastern in particular.
Absolutely, yep.
All right, there's our Dark World access for Zazas and in the 21st minute. Love it when your first trip into the Dark World is up here to Super Bunny Cave. That's always nice.
Yeah, it feels good. You get that early TR medallion information, which is something that so often you can be like approaching go mode and not know whether you're actually in go mode or not because of TR. So being able to get that info early is really helpful as we see more creative cape use.
You know, you got the cape early, you don't have a sword, you got half magic. Go wild.
Yeah,
you know you're going to get a full magic refill here in Super Bunny Cave in a minute. Go for it.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to use the TR portal just yet without the hammer. So we're going to walk through. Ooh,
that's not great. That is going to isolate Spiral Cave for Azazas.
Yeah, given the mitts though, it's not terrible. Because we can walk over, use the Dark World portal, go up through Super Bunny, check hookshot, and I guess we don't have the mirror yet. Never mind. So we can't just
mirror is the problem, right? So Spiral Cave is going to be sitting over there by itself for a while.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is really going to be more of a mental problem for Azazas than anything else.
Yeah, we saw
the unfortunate dead rock there.
Yeah, we saw it was nothing. So yeah, of course, if I'm Asazas, I just assume that that's where the boots are, and I'm never gonna find the mirror to make that check.
The trolley place for the boots. We've got pendants at Turtle Rock, Misery Mire, and Skullwood, so we are gonna find those boots. We will need that mirror to get into Swamp Palace today.
Yeah, and Swamp was our other 5/6 crystal. So with Mire and T-Rock both being pendants, we might not see Candace Maria, might not see Ice Rod, and heck, we might not need any medallions.
That is a good point. We've got that Fire Rod, so we won't need Bombos to get into Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Got the OK Boomerang there in Super Bunny Cave, which is a thing that I will never stop saying, even though nobody else calls it that.
You be you.
A one-man crusade.
Yeah. All right, into Hookshot Cave we go. Flippers. And a sword. So finding,
yeah.
Yep. So finding those mitts and before coming up the mountain is going to pay off. Yeah, flippers we will need eventually for swamp, and a sword is, well, a sword is a sword.
I
It's
wouldn't be
great.
surprised if Azazas goes right to Ice Rod Cave here. Oh, nope, gonna go into Village of Outcasts area. I suppose this makes sense to get more checks over here, but I was definitely thinking with those flippers, you got 500 rupees. Maybe you go knock out those checks right away. Especially considering, though, you don't have, especially considering Skullwood's a pendant, we don't have a hammer to be able to get that Thieves Down big chest if we need to.
Yeah. This play always feels really awkward. You have the fire rod, but you don't know whether you need to come up here at all. So you're definitely inclined to complete the whole dungeon, especially given that Mothula is a bit more likely to have an item than some of these checks up front, given the number of small keys in this dungeon. So yeah, asazas could be here for a while, and we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, my personal philosophy is that you check Skullwoods the first time you're in the area. Most of the time, it's only 2 items, but I tend to treat them like overworld checks, especially if it's a pendant, and especially if I don't have the fire rod. Actually,
Right.
But we see Cheamo about to get those flippers and the sword. Got those mitts and beelined it back up to Dark Duck Mountain.
Well, that's going to pay off for Cheamo, obviously. But yeah, we'll see if asazas continues on to the back of the dungeon here. It just feels like with that fire rod you have to, but doesn't look like it. Interesting.
Maybe gonna take that big key and check out the big chest on the way out here. If you're gonna do this, go steal the key at least. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's time consuming. You gotta walk. You don't have the boots.
Yes, and there's another key there. So there you go.
Yep. So this is good. This will give asazas a bit of information about like how many items could potentially be in the back of the dungeon before hard committing to it. And there's one of them. But over on Kiyoma's side, we're going to get a peek at Meyer area. It is ether to get in. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that.
Alright, so just the one item there so far in Skullwoods. It's a red rupee. Azaza's taking a death warp. We'll see where they head next. If they continue on to the back of Skullwoods. I imagine, given the way that they routed, that they're going to bail, and yeah, there we go.
Alright, gonna go peek at Bumper Ledge here. We do have the cape. 300 bucks, it's not nothing, but opting to skip it.
Yamo on his way into Skullwoods as well. We'll see if he decides to go to the back first or at all, for that matter, as Azazas makes his way into the Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I'm so hungry for divergence here that I'm kind of hoping Cheamo goes all the way to the back. Good play or not, just want to see something new.
Give us something new.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll follow Azazas for now, giving us some new checks here in Village of the Outcasts. 2 pieces of heart so far.
Yeah, this is the point where you have to ask yourself, do I go into Thieves Town and risk isolating an item there in the back, or do I just do it? So we'll see after the chess game here.
go for it, honestly. I want to get the crystal. If there are, you know, in this situation, if we find like 3 items in the front, maybe I'll leave it, you know? But I tend to, if Thieves Town Big Chest is gonna bite me, then so be it. It's sort of my thought.
Yep. Yeah, I usually do it as well. Usually it works out. Last night on ladder, that's where my go mode was.
Oh, naturally. All right,
But,
sorry to open up old wounds there.
Yep. Oh, they're fresh wounds.
Fresh wounds.
Yeah, but yeah, more often than not, it's either you know, it's where your map or compass is, or it's just, you know, some junk.
All right, Cheamo got that 1 item out of the front and is continuing on. Given the shenanigans to check all those the chests in the front, to me that indicates that Cheamo is gonna head back and take a look into Moldorm. My guess. Not Moldorm, sorry, Mothula.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough call. It's a good chunk of time for 1 item, and who knows if it's anything. But that's rando for you, right?
Yeah, you got the fire rod early. You know, it's there in the back of your brain.
Yep.
And yeah, we are going on to the back.
It makes sense. I was trying to watch both sides. I think it was 1 item in the front.
I saw at least 2.
2. Okay, 2
there
items.
Was,
yeah.
I'm not sure what I saw a red ruby and a blue ruby.
Okay. It was.
It was 2 then. Okay.
Yeah, it was 2 because we have the small key there.
Oh yeah, we do have the small key. So.
All right. Well, a couple significant moments coming up. One, knowing whether or not we're leaving an item in the basement of Thieves Town, and 2, this Mothula play. Pretty time consuming, but we saw asazas leave, so if it's something, it's pretty significant.
Yeah, if this is something, I don't know when asazas is going to make it back there.
Yeah, I would put that off forever. At that point, it's like, all right, I made a decision. I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah, that's the last location at this point.
All right, makes short work of Mothula with that half magic and fire rod. It is unfortunately just a hard piece. Yeah, chat pointing out with our pendant layout, it's pretty unlikely that there's going to be something on pedestal. Like, one of the things I'd be looking at on pedestal at this point would be mirror, I guess, given the dungeons that are pendants, but we know where the mirror is, and it can't be the boots because we need, yeah. Or it could be the boots, sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be the boots, but that or something leading directly to boots, something really stupid like powder or something leading to boots.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
I did not catch what was in Blind's chest, so I'm not sure with that map there. Not sure if there was an item still in the big chest. Did anybody catch that? There must have been an item in the. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, didn't open the door because we don't have the hammer.
Right.
Still have that small key. Gosh, how does this happen? I was even looking for it and somehow I missed it.
Chat, bail us out here. Anybody see whether there's an item in Blind's
Please.
chest? I guess we'll see when Cheamo goes in there.
Yeah. Well, either way, gonna go just loop our way around the Dark World here and work our way over towards Hype Cave, doing these checks in between.
Thank you, chat. Looks like the answer was there was art piece in there. We dodged the TT big chest.
Well, that's no fun.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Yeah, compass and big chest. Yeah, compass and big chest and piece of heart and blind's chest. So we're good.
Yeah.
More to the point, there's nothing important in Thieves Town save the crystal, period. So.
Yep, and we do need that, but not for a bit yet. So, yep. So at this point, smart call over on Asazas' side. Gonna grab the smith, walk him around. Without that mirror, it's just kind of how you have to do it.
Yep.
And
avoid
yeah.
some saves and quits. In the meantime, we're isolating K45 a little bit here, but I'm okay with that. We can work with that.
Yeah, I can always write that in with Swamp later, which we know we are going to be doing. But yeah, so this has a bit of a lead over Cheamo at this point. Just had a lead getting into the Dark World in general, thanks to finding those mitts a little bit early, and then that Skullwoods dip that didn't pan out.
All right, our hype cave today has a big 20. It's got 3 bombs. It's got 10 arrows. It's got the magic powder, and it's got some bombs. It's not particularly hype, but magic powder. On my stream, it's a bag of salt, and yeah, best safety item in the game.
Yeah, it's really helpful in this mode. You're not going to be getting armor upgrades as you were saying earlier, so very helpful. It does open up one check a little later. We don't quite have access to it yet.
Yeah, we'll need the hammer or the mirror to be able to check magic back there. But having the powder, nice, means we can not worry about fake powder. If we find the mushroom, we can go flute over and take it in immediately. Let's see what the dwarves are cooking up for us here today.
Just a shield, and that is going to be our maximum shield, our biggest shield we're going to find. Mirror shield is not in the hard item pool, so there you go. If you're a shield fan,
Frankly,
there it is.
I think that in the hard item pool, the only shield that should be available is the mirror shield. That's right. I said that. That's my hot take for the day.
Well, this game is always evolving. There's always changes to the logic and rule sets, and just wait for the next update. That sounds like a good one to me.
While we're on the topic of the mirror shield, as we see our runners doing stuff that we've already seen, I think maybe the most BS thing about this game is that the mirror shield doesn't block BMOS beams. What the hell? That's what I want to know. Like, that seems like a massive oversight to me.
Yeah, it seems like it's such an oversight that I always forget it doesn't, and then just get smacked in the face by him constantly.
Like, we've got two things that shoot lasers in this game. Let's make a shield that blocks one of them. Thanks, devs.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna see some Zora checks. Well, maybe. We're seeing Hobo. I would imagine we see Zora after this. Ooh!
Hey, there's our hammer.
Okay. You know, Hobo's a check you see some people put off for a real long time, so that's not the kindest spot for it to be.
So I was swimming back from Hobo. You got the flute. Just flew to 8. Flute back to 8. That little light, little patch. It's faster.
Well, we're gonna see the rest of the Zora checks anyhow. But now that we have the hammer, it's gonna open up. Gosh, hammer pegs. probably a thing or two.
Pod.
I guess. Yeah,
Hammer
well,
gets us the entire Eastern Dark World.
yeah, yeah. Access to pod without having to current jump. I guess it gives us access to Terra Hera as well.
Yep, that's true. So the blue boomerang up there on the Zora ledge.
Wait, so if the red one is okay, what is the blue one?
It's blue.
Yeah, all right.
Well, a lot of people call it the good boomerang. I think the red boomerang's pretty good. I'm a red boomerang guy.
Yeah, I prefer the red one, personally. I know that's unconventional.
The okay bloomerang. There we go. Shout outs to Stone Swan in the chat. We got 300 rupees there from Zora, so a bad investment. And Asazas is going to be walking over here and did not go over here and check the island on his swim trip here. So going to hop in here, just 10 arrows there.
Yeah, looks like this is Ice Palace.
Yeah, this faked me out a little bit. I did not expect this, and I like it. This is a full clearable dungeon. A little tough. No Canis Mario, so no icebreaker. Can make it a little bit less convenient to route. We do have the hook shot, which helps quite a bit. Having the boots is nice in here for movement, and of course only fighter sword on for cold stare is no fun. But we do have half magic, so this is an aggressive play, and I like it.
Yeah, some people will put this off with the hopes that maybe you find the cane and be able to speed the dungeon up. But given our crystal layout, cane could just be in GT. So I think prioritizing this is pretty smart.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to find a key there in that first chest if we're doing the bomb jump route. So unfortunately, just the map there going to make routing in here a little bit less convenient.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take just a little bit more time hook shotting across the big annoying gap with a bunch of jellies hanging out. But that's what you sign up for when you come here without Canis Maria. You're just ready to spend a while running this dungeon.
What are you doing? Okay, good. All right. Here's walking up to the portal with the Smith, and I was like, what are you doing? No, that's not what you do. He figured it out.
Yeah.
Smooth as silk, that IPBJ there on Zaz's side.
I don't know how these runners are all still so good at that bomb jump. You never have to do it.
I was never good at it to begin with, so... Hell, I got knocked out of the Challenge Cup on a C where I was, hey, I'm going to really aggressively go into Ice Palace, and then ended up without the cane or the hook shot. I ended up spending like 10 minutes in there.
Oh no.
That's why I am on the mic and not holding a controller.
Yeah, that sounds like a Challenge Cup play to me. I've made some of those. Ooh, those are the boots. All right, well.
Need those.
You certainly do. Yeah, we know that desert, not boots locked, but the mirror, which we need, is on the desert torch. So, yeah, great call coming to Ice Palace here. All right, Cheamo, on the other hand, gonna take that purple chest down.
A mirrorless Smith chain is never fun. We have seen purple chest pay off recently. That's not how random numbers work. It's just a piece of heart today. Unfortunately, Cheamo keeps making some plays. They keep not really working out. So Probably going to find that hammer here soon at Hobo. Hopefully. Oh no. Yama.
Yeah. That's what I say. It's just enough out of the way that, hey, you can just jump in the water and check these checks real quick. Why go to Hobo? So yeah, gonna delay finding that hammer for a little bit longer, unfortunately. I think without the hammer though, Kiyoma's running out of checks. I'm sure after Zora, I hope.
Well, I mean, neither of them has been to the pod or the eastern area at all. So you've got Saha's closet kind of in the back of your mind as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, if the hammer was there and my opponent rushed it, I'm out. You know.
Right. But Kiyoma's not going to find anything here with these flippers, and I guess you could read the seed as like, well, I need the flippers later for Swamp. It doesn't necessarily point at progression, but I don't know. That's just sort of a tell that there might be something on Hobo. So hopefully, hopefully that's how Kiyama reads it.
Oh, I thought you said Keanu Reeves. I thought you said Keanu Reeves, and I was like, where does he get into it?
Maybe I should have said that.
Hmm. What would Keanu do? Well, he would go check Hobo right now, which appears to be what Keanu is doing.
Yeah, this routes nicely anyway. Like, you have to save and quit out of the Zora area unless you're a crazy person. So you just start at your house and walk over and swim. So this works out nicely. I grab that hammer, and then, yeah, given where the boots are, we just hope that Kiyoma's going to make the same play that Asazas did. Needs to pick up time somewhere, though. It's just a full Ice Palace behind. Yeah, close.
Well, no bottles, no safety, clench.
Ooh. And one puff. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Alright, chat.
Really nicely done there by Asazas.
Yep. Just a friendly reminder to breathe. It's really important. You can all do that again. Man, really, really nice fight there. I remember we don't have Canis Maria, so coming back would be even worse with the death.
Yeah. All right, Saha's closet, $50, $50, 10 arrows. Not great. Should have just left it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why our runners open up so many chests with nothing in them. Just go to where the items are.
Yeah, I always say that. No one does it. I don't know why. What's Kiyama doing at this point? Oh, Magic Bat at this point.
Magic Bat. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. I like it.
I mean, this is what we were saying though. It's like, you know, some people just put off Ice Palace saying like, hey, Canis Mario's got to be somewhere, right? But not this time. It does not have.
It does not. Yeah. Could be in the Moldorm 2 chest for all we know.
Yep.
That is the suspicious ice rod.
All right, so well, that confirms that our bow is going to be on Trinex, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Asazas beelines it for that mirror in Desert Palace. I have to imagine this is a swamp play now. Oh no, Meyer, the Meyer stuff first. That makes sense. How he hasn't been here yet.
Yeah, so we saw there was nothing in Meyer's shed, but we did not see Checkerboard Cave, obviously, so sure we will see that in just a moment. Looks like Kiyama, unfortunately, is going to make that Hera play, which, you know, the bow could be there, but we know that's not where the boots are.
Yeah, like, Kiyama's going to really needs to find the bow up here, I would say. You know, Asazas could be, as Chat mentioned, Asazas could be waiting to try to do Hera until last. Would be really, really nice for Kiyama if the one and only bow is up here in Tower of Hera. But yeah, here's Swamp Palace from Asazas, you have to think.
Yeah, it's looking like that. Makes sense. Just do your crystals. Yeah, with boots and mirror, I think getting up to Hera around Asasas' side would have been perfectly legit with the hopes that, hey, maybe you find your bow and you can just go mode swamp. But there's a lot of items in swamp, so
A lot of items in Swamp. And I think at this point you probably, I mean, we're I mean, I guess we're a bow from Go mode, right? At this point.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
I mean, you know, there are a lot of places left to check, but do you do left side here?
Whew. It's tough, right? I mean, my rule of thumb, I guess, is just like if there's if I'm one item from go mode, I always go right to the back, and then if there's 2 items left when I'm done, I go check it, and if there's 1 left, we'll see how I'm feeling that day. Yeah, I would expect to see Saza skip it on his first route through the dungeon. So we find our Master Sword, that other item that we always forget about when it comes to go mode.
Chat just said that. Like, I was about to say, and of course, we do need 1 more sword, and there it is. So.
Thank you for summoning the sword, chat.
Yeah. Good job, chat. One, two, 3 hammer hits takes down Molnorm. There's a map. I believe that means there is an item in the Hera basement.
I think you're right.
Or the, no, I think the big key is in the basement, and there's an item in the big chest.
Yeah, this is, man, this is one of those things that could lead to a nice advantage for Cheamo if this is in fact where the bow is. I could see someone opting, you know, not to come back in and do this. So you got to be hoping for the bow as a result of this play.
This is the coffee break first try. Going for it again. Oh no. We'll use another bomb here. At this point, maybe just wait. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you don't even get much of a coffee break when you if you don't get it right at the beginning, so. So as expected, did not see left side in the first trek through swamp here.
But there is an item over on the left side of swamp. We saw that map there.
Yep, at least one.
Master Sword in there is nice because, you know, Fighter Sword Argus is not that bad, but it is a little annoying. Master Sword is at least a little bit easier. Not much faster, but a little easier.
Yeah, you could just slash, whereas Fighter Sword, yeah, you gotta get those double spins. Heck, Cheamo's setting up another Hera pot, so this is a pretty time-consuming play. It feels, I don't know, feels like a little bit of a Hail Mary. I guess on Cheamo's side, he thinks he's looking for the boots still, so it's important to be thorough. And it's a sword.
Well, you know, that's a payoff. I'll take it if I'm Cheamo. That's not like what you were really hoping for, but you know, that means Cheamo is almost certainly going to end up on. Oh, unfortunately, this isn't going to work out. Cheamo's almost certainly going to end up on tempered, so that's a payoff here. Gonna have to go downstairs and hit the switch here, or just do a death warp.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we have seen races this tournament determined by sword difference. It's a pretty significant time save, just both in the dungeons that you're working through in the game, but especially in the Ganon fight.
But yeah, chat pointing out that he spent more time in Hera than having Tempered Sword would, or that sword might save him, possibly.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
a bottle on Ether Tablet, though.
Yeah, thankfully finding that fairy after Death Warping. It's convenient.
Yeah. And a Spike Cave play coming up.
Well, we are seeing left side in Swamp. I mean, this is good for Cheamo. Like, Cheamo needs to be checking things that Asazas is not checking. So, needs to find that bow somewhere. He's going to be able to build up some time. Fortunately, that is not a bow. That is $1.
At this point, the bow is in vanilla, or it's in pod, or something, right? I mean, I suppose it could be over here on left side swamp, but the chances that it's in a dumb place over on the eastern side of Hyrule are growing quickly.
Yeah, seems like it.
You're sick, kid. That was our first bottle on Ether Tablet. Just a piece of heart, though. Maybe don't get a kiss from the sick kid. He's sick. Have you all learned nothing?
Yeah, it's in his name. You should know that.
It's right there in his name. Here's Ice Palace from Cheamo, though, and we'll get those boots. Unfortunately, this would be, there's that bow on left side swamp that is at 55 minutes, 45 seconds. That is go mode for Azazas.
You know, this is just going to be one of those seeds. Asazas just read this perfectly, basically. Cheamo made a bunch of totally reasonable plays that unfortunately just didn't pan out here.
It is not, I will not call this GG yet, right? Azazas, still on Master Sword, is definitely not going to get that sword in the Hera big chest at this point. You know, definitely has a sizable lead. But it ain't GG until it's over, folks.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
And it's not like Azazas is going to be able to full go mode this stuff. Still looking for that sword is going to open plenty of chests going on.
Yeah, probably not going to go too far out of his way, but yeah, anything in between here and Ganon that's just convenient, I would be opening. So you find that Tempered Sword. Of course, we know one of them is in Tower of Hera, but there is another one somewhere.
Chad raises a good point that we weren't talking about either. Big Key could be on the right side of GT, so we might still need the Cane of Samaria somewhere. Chances are that it's probably over here in Potter Eastern at this point, but still.
Yep, it's a great point. Yep, we have our hookshot, we have our fire rod, we have our boots, so a lot of the GT nightmare scenarios are accounted for, but yep, Cane of Samaria does lock some checks. Five of them.
4 in Compass Chest and the ever popular Tile Room.
We do love Tile Room, don't we?
Oh. 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 Give it one shot. That was pretty close. That is the toughest hover in the game, I gather. I don't hover, but anytime you have to change directions in the middle of the hover, it makes it that much more difficult. So there you go.
Yeah, so, as someone who also can't even hover for a second, I would assume that's one of the tougher ones. Yeah. Yeah, we did find the big key in pod here, so I'll be curious to see
Yeah, he's going straight to the back.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't blame him.
Yep, makes a lot of sense. It's really just a sword and that Canis Maria insurance policy, depending on where the GT big key is. So, yeah, skipping most of pot here makes a lot of sense.
That was the best Master Sword Cold Stare fight I have ever seen. That was masterful on Cheamo's side.
Yeah, it really was. I'm just blabbing about nothing while one of the highest possible displays of execution you'll ever see in this game is happening.
That was so good. You got the spin to begin with. You had the dash pokes. You had another double spin and some splash damage, just using all the tricks. That was so good. If you liked that, maybe give Cheamo a follow. And, you know, give us a follow too. They're putting on a show for you.
Yeah, they're both great follows. I know Cheamo always has the good tunes on his stream, so go ahead and smash that follow button.
Loaded to Meyer there, and then saved and quit. So not doing that right away, at least. Oh, because they tried to go to desert, but to get the mirror, but you gotta do that this way in order to get the mirror. In order to get in there. Because you need the mirror to do it the other way, I understand.
You need the mirror to get the mirror, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, game.
So many things, so much of this game is just muscle memory. It's muscle memory.
It really is, and overcoming muscle memory.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's crystal number 5 for Asazas. Just Eastern Palace and a very quick Tower of Hera to go here at about the 1 hour mark. The story so far here in this game 1 between Asazas and Cheamo really has come down to just a couple decisions that Asazas has made that have worked out swimmingly and that unfortunately have not worked out super well for Cheamo. Asazas kind of did the early game in a little bit of a better order, got mitts off of Landmo before heading up the mountain, was able to do that a little bit more efficiently. So gained a mountain climb on Cheamo there and made an early play into Ice Palace where we have those boots, which as you just saw on Cheamo's side, lock the mirror in Desert Palace. And that's really been the difference, along with Cheamo doing a full clear of Skull Woods that didn't pay off here. Asazas with that early big key in Eastern, gonna keep going on.
Yeah, really convenient. Big key placement in both Pod and Eastern here for Asazas.
Cheamo has to make sure to go to left side swamp here. The only bow that we're aware of is over there.
There are 2 in the pool, so once you find one of them, the other one turns into a green 20, so it's possible there's another one just floating around available outside of left side swamp, but who knows, it could be in GT.
Could be in GT. Cheamo is going to pick up Tempered Sword here in the Abominable Wall chest, has another sword from the Hera big chest with the big key in the basement, so big time investment there for Cheamo. Is going to pay off with Tempered, but at this point, Asazas just on Master Sword, unless there is a sword in the way here, not going to get that Hera big key sword, that's for sure.
Now, this is going to be that fabled, very, very quick go mode Hera that takes about 40 seconds. Yeah, as expected, Asazas is just sort of picking up checks on the way. With these big keys, there hasn't been a whole lot of checks we've had to do in these dungeons so far. Just 10 arrows on Armos Knights, but man, 1 crystal left.
Yeah, This seed turned out to be a pretty quick one if you did things in the right order. Always important.
Yep. I mean, yeah. To your point, that's really what a lot of the very early game came down to. Is just finding Titan's mitts just a little early, which opened up better mountain routing. It's just these
Those
little
flippers a little bit earlier.
Yes.
We're in Hookshot Cave.
Yep. Yeah, it's just these little routing choices, and you can see a match end with someone winning by 5, 6, however many minutes, and it might look like a stomp, but a lot of times it really does just come down to just these little choices here and there. Well, cheamo did opt to skip left side on his first way through. Good choice, makes complete sense. Just have to hope he goes back in. Of course, might be feeling behind at this point, especially after finding those boots a little late, and the Skullwoods play. So this is a scenario where someone might say, hey, I can't afford to do left side. But we're about to find out. Nice poke strats on Argus here.
I wanna learn that so bad. It's so cool looking. it's swag and it's fast. Oh man, the holy grail.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same idea as using your hook shot to get your spin speed on stairs. Just hit those two buttons at the same time, and you can set up those poke strats. But we have dueling crystals here. Man, Hera just vanished, and gosh, it's time for GT already.
Already, it's crazy town here. People are putting some numbers in chat. Feel free to do that. Sahabat isn't here on that extended vacation. But we can play a big key guessing game. Sure, why not? There are 22 locations in the basement of Ganon Tower. One of them has the big key or the boss key, if you want, if you must. One of them has the big key that we need to climb up the tower. Put a number between 1 and 22 in chat. And if you win, we will say your name on the mic, maybe. We'll see.
Yep. Boss key, that key you need to open the big chest. The boss key.
Boss key. Good news for cheamo going back in to do left side. Gonna get that bow, and will enter go mode as well. I'm saying 10 for the big key. That's my guess usually.
Ooh. You should go with 11.
All right.
For absolutely no reason. None. All right, in we go. Remember, we don't have Cane of Samaria, so...
That is true. So this could be somewhere else, right?
Yep.
We might not find the big key on this trip in. Entirely possible. One and two come up empty with bombs and a big 20.
Yep, I like starting in Hope Room, though. You can't go to the right without Cane of Samaria, so ooh, there's a Tempered Sword.
Bailed out for Azazas there with that Tempered Sword.
Yeah, that was one of the last I don't know, advantages that cheamo had. If you wanted to see a big comeback here. So Tempered Sword, very nice on Asazas' side. Everything just working out for him this seed.
Yeah, and if you're rooting for cheamo, you are hard rooting for a right side big key here. Blocked by the Cane of Samaria, that's somewhere dumb.
Like really dumb. Like really dumb.
Like Pendant Mire. Yeah, Azazas also getting a bottle of a blue potion in it. A big find there as well.
Yeah, it really is. We have powder and we have a bug net, but blue potion's better than that.
It is. Got some boomerang strats. Yes. Ooh, I liked that angle. That was cool. We'll do that one next time.
Everyone says that one's harder than the blue one, but I think that one's easier and better. I'm a fan of that one.
Only works if you have the boots. With the red boomerang. The blue strat involves the hook shot.
Hook shot, yeah. You know what though? You don't even need them. You can still do it without boots too.
Oh yeah? Alright. Without the hook shot?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think
without the hook shot, you're out of logic. For what it's worth, but you know. Or
yeah,
you're playing entrance or something.
I think I'm just slow enough at it that I rarely actually get the hook off in time anyway. But I think man, we're starting to get a little nervous given that we haven't found the big key yet. And
yeah, no big key yet. 3 checks behind Ice Armos left.
Yep, and Bob's chest as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, I always forget him. Poor Bob. What about Bob? I always forget him.
Poor Bob indeed. He doesn't even have his skin. What a horrible life. Oh, he does today, though. I remember hearing an explanation at one point about why Bob sometimes is naked and other times isn't. I don't remember what it is. It has to do with
the item on the torch. So if there's something on the torch that isn't a key, then it's Bob. And then if you leave the item there, then Bob stays Bob. But if you knock it off, then it turns into a regular antifreeze.
There you go. There you go, chat.
Do I know why that happens? No. Oh, and there's the big key.
Wow. In the last possible place it could be.
Spot. That was, let's see, 1, 2, 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 there for the big key.
Yep. Could have also just done 22 minus 5.
Whatever, man.
But, you know, hey, you can't argue with it. It worked out. You found that number.
512. Zeit 512. Congratulations. You win nothing. You won the game.
Like literally nothing. Yeah. When we had the bot, it was basically nothing, but now it's like, oof. I guess it's Hey, congratulations.
Unfortunately, no Samaria means Azaza is going to have to try to figure out another way to do the 2 Wizrobe rooms, which is non-trivial without Samaria, I have to say. Non-trivial without Samaria or any of the medallions. They would make short work of those guys, but none of those.
Yep. I mean, we were just talking about muscle memory. I mean, maybe that's Cheamo's way back into this game. Azaz's brain just shorts out trying to figure out how to kill those Wizrobes without Canis Maria.
Just stands before this, right before the door in there for 40 minutes. It's like, oh man, how am I gonna do this?
What do I do?
I'm a full clear of Eastern Palace. Interestingly enough, looking for Canis Maria, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from our perspective, we know Cheamo needed something weird like that, like Canis Maria being in the GT big key or big key chest or something in Eastern to have a chance. But at 112, I don't know that I would feel that far behind that I would need to take gambles like that. So I don't know. I can't explain it.
And I guess, but I will say that like Cheamo went to Ice. He did that. Did the Skullwood split? Didn't pay off. Right. Put off Ice Palace. You know, didn't do the kind of desert mountain stuff in the right order. So I could definitely see Cheamo feeling behind here.
Yeah. Well, the Wizrobes died, so
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Thank goodness, yeah. Just need like 4 or 5 GT despawns and we'll be neck and neck. Gonna smartly wait though for the jingle. All right, it's Moldorm once again. Down. It was just as fast this time, too. Nicely done. And up we go to Ega 2, where we hope to take him down in, what, 3 cycles or less?
Well, that would be nice, for sure.
That's what you hope for. I usually see, like, 7 if I'm playing, but...
This is the hardest fight in the game to optimize. It's just hard. There's some skill to it, but there's a lot of luck with the patterns. Very, very hard to do quickly.
Yeah, that was...
Consistently.
Yeah.
But that's about as good as it gets there.
Yep, 2-2-2. Yeah, getting a 2 cycle is very, very difficult and RNG dependent. So you always feel pretty good, pretty darn good about getting a 3 cycle.
I got a 2 cycle. I got a triple once, maybe twice, but I'm not sure it'll ever happen again.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, I hope someone was there to see it. All right, already to the Ganon fight. Gets that nice spin. On to phase 2 already. Smartly taking just a little bit of a pause to wait for Ganon to start spinning the trident to start phase 2 before slashing again.
Really good early part of the fight there.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. On to phase 3 already. Of course, Ganon teleports are a 50-50, whether he teleports or stops, and it is seeded, so both runners will get the same teleports.
I like that intentional. I guess that might have been an intentional blue, but it also might have been trying to get that first slash off or that first spin off.
Yeah.
There, but even if you freeze him there, it makes the torch glitch a little less worrisome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, intentional or otherwise, it worked out. I always say it was intentional when I do it, even if it wasn't.
Naturally, yeah, of course. And that'll do it. 12 spins for Azazas. Get your GGs in chat. Azazas is going to take first place in this race.
Yeah, just routed it absolutely perfectly, and Azazas has some of the best execution in the game, so, man, it's tough to beat when he picks like he picked.
Yeah, just read it correctly there. Cheamo headed back into pod. Is going to get the message here in just a minute that Azazas has won the game. Hopefully we'll be joined by Azazas here for an interview in just a moment. And we are joined by Azazas in the booth. GG's.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, GG.
This was probably the scariest seed I have played in a while.
Tell us why.
I mean, first of all, that coaster was not just sketchy; it was more than sketchy. I thought like 100% I was dead at coaster. There was no way, but somehow pulled through. And then the big key hunt, of course, is down to the last chest.
Yeah, of course, chat was hoping for Canis Maria locked big key, but we were all very excited to see it when we did.
Yeah, which apparently didn't come up for chemo either. So who knows?
Yeah, no, we never saw Kane here. Not gonna find it. Cheamo is going around doing stuff. Maybe looking for that. Kane now. But yeah, turned out that the move of the match here, I think for you, was the choice to go to desert as early as you did. Cheamo ended up going up the mountain before going to desert, and so it was you were able to get the mitts from Landmo before going up the mountain. Got you those flippers early, which led to Ice Palace early. Can you tell us a little bit about that that thought process there?
I mean, yeah, there was that book and fire rod early, so I thought, well, this might be a dungeon that I can complete. Well, I also had the glove. I had everything but the boots, right? So yeah, it's either something I can complete already, or like I thought there has to be for sure something in desert. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for, or kind of thinking the boots would then be on the mountain, especially after finding the hook shot over there. But yeah, once you find the pearl, once you find the flippers, then it's pretty much can be anywhere. That's why I also didn't mind too much about dying in Death Mountain. It's like I'm missing on Sparrow, but I have a lot of other stuff to do.
Yeah, really. If the only way that really bites you is if that's the mirror, or if those are the boots,
Yeah.
or something like that. We can't confirm that Cheamo did see that message in the race time room and did forfeit. He's not going to finish this out. And Azaza's finished with an official time of actually just what it says on the timer on your screen: 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 7 seconds. So yeah, a good win for you, Azazas. The brackets starting very, very well for you. How do you feel at this point? 3 games into 3 or 4 games into the brackets with your success so far.
Yeah, I feel this game was pretty good for me. Probably my best game yet in brackets, but still anybody's game. Because I mean, I don't feel like the series is over, and not even close. I mean, pretty much at this level, every game is a 50-50.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, game 2 will be tomorrow at the same time as today.
That was my very next question. Thank you for anticipating that. So tomorrow at the same time, that's 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to see if I'm going to pull up the schedule for upcoming games. Right now, there's some more tournament action going on over on, let's see, that is over on SpeedGaming 4. We have game 2 of Shady Force versus Wall Kicks going on. That is a heck of a race. And also on SpeedGaming Prime, we've got Goomba versus Dante. That should be a fun race as well. And we're joined by Cheamo in the booth. GG's.
GG's.
Hey, GG's.
So obviously a tough seed for you, Cheamo. How are you feeling at the point where you noticed that, or just before you noticed that Azazas had finished?
The whole seed was horrible. I played it really bad, and it was. So I was just feeling like kind of tilted the whole race.
What was the inciting incident there? What hit you off?
I don't know what it was. It was like I did South Shores early, which I almost never do, and then Flute was like in CAC, of course, so that loses some time. And then it was like dip Skullwoods. There's absolutely nothing in there. Not dip, full clear Skullwoods. Super late to hammer. If you fake flippered, that was like such a time save probably.
Well, neither of you did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, the other thing was that Cheamo or Azazas ended up going down to desert and getting those mitts before his first trip up the mountain. So,
Yeah, stuff like that. Like I was up the mountain like 10 times. It felt like, and I was feeling so behind. I was doing like stupid things. Like I went back to Hera without the mirror, and it was just like a sword in there that wasn't useful. So I don't know. Eventually, like I hadn't been to Pod, which was just seemed insane, but I dove ice, and that had boots, and I skipped some stuff in there, and I was thinking like the only way that this race goes my way is if he goes to ice last and full clears, and the last item in there is nothing. And then yeah, like straight to swamp, and I found the bow, but I was playing so bad I didn't even realize I was in go mode. I thought Myra was a crystal.
oh no.
So I kept doing checks, and it wouldn't have mattered. I think it was too far behind, but it would have been a lot closer. And then yeah, like I just had to get that bow out of left side swamp, which I did after clearing the back. And I was go mode, but I didn't notice till I went to do red bomb, and I heard the music in my MSU pack. It's a different track once you have all the crystals. Oh my god!
nice.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Well, we funny enough, like we thought that you were doing extra checks because as like a Hail Mary that maybe the GT Big Key was going to be Candace Samaria locked, and you know knew you were behind from some of those plays. So we thought it was
be
very
the
smart.
big brain play, but I just like would never do that.
If you had it almost paid off. The big key was the very last chest behind Ice Armos that Cheamo was able to open up, but that Azazas was able to open up. Never found the cane. Where it is will remain a mystery for that. But
yeah.
But yeah. Well, any final words from either of you to gentlemen after this seed?
Yep,
No, just GG's.
Yeah, GG's, and let's see if tomorrow we have a slightly less scary seed, please. I mean, why not just a comfy seed with just boots and level 3 sword at the beginning? There's been a while since the last of those. One of those.
Yeah, totally agree with that. The early progression of the seed is maybe the worst I've seen in this tournament. It's kind of crazy.
All right, well, GG's again to both of you. Gentlemen, again, game 2 between these two is tomorrow at 5 p.m. or 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. With that delay, we have restreams to be determined for a lot of tomorrow's races. But I can tell you, I talked about those races that are ongoing right now. If you want to hop over and watch one of those, also later on tonight at 10:10 p.m. Eastern time, we've got game 1 between the Boulder and Allison over on SpeedGaming Prime. That's Radical Sniper 99 and Sandra Robotnik on the mic for that one, and also. Bonus rando tomorrow at 8:10 a.m. Eastern time on SpeedGaming Prime. Obscure Lifeform versus Julian Ninja. So that should be a fun one as well. Thank you to both of our runners. Airshab, a pleasure working with you again, my friend.
Yeah, it's always good to have you on comms, Tyler. Thank you.
And shout out to Yoinker's wife behind the scenes for pressing buttons for us, and to the Restream team here at SpeedGaming. From all of us, thank you all very much. Go enjoy more rando, which is going on all tournament long here on the SpeedGaming family of networks. Take care, everybody.